I think with anybody, it's a tough time to adjust and adapt with things. Like I said about my dad, like that happened on top of being a new dad and doing new parents, live 4 hours away from any support network. The word it's a word, but you've got to show your son or daughter that you're there and you are a father and you are present. And I think in my life, like I said, like my dad was a huge role model for me. Someone I look up to now is he was always there, emotionally vulnerable with me, like always was there for me, and always had my back. And Romeo was probably about 2 months old, maybe less. My dad took his own life. It's been challenging at times to counter the two things that have happened going on. But again, my partner Ellie's been unbelievable. I couldn't ask to be with anybody better at this, to do this and go through it with. I think with anybody, it's a tough time to adjust and adapt with things. Like I said about my dad, like that happened on top of being a new dad. In my head, it was just no matter what happened, I'm there, I'm present, and I'm doing as much as I can in terms of, again, like I said, it's nothing even being huge, it's just being there. Being emotionally vulnerable for my fiancée Ellie, and again, like for my little girl, making sure that she's getting what's required of me to grow up, like we said, now and be healthy and happy. The bit I'm enjoying the most is just seeing her like thrive, and again, like a coordination now, like I'm walking everywhere, like fast walking and picking things up and doing things and showing, like learning, like obviously learning a lot, but just seeing her like I think learn and do all these things has just been, it's really rewarding. And I think like it's an honour for me. I feel like it's a huge, like I'm the one that's getting the reward out of it, seeing her how well she's doing. The challenge side of it has been challenging personally, but I can understand it's challenging for everybody. It's a complete life change, and on top of it, there's life's not just easy. It's the stresses of life. If it's work related, relationships, friends, whatever. Life chucks a bundle of stuff at you. But I've honestly got to say that through the tough times, there's also been a lot of enjoyment and self growth, and again, probably learning what it takes to be a present parent as well. Like we talk about the job. For me, it's been a fine balance of trying to be the best rugby player I can be and trying to be the best dad that I can be. And I think I've got to a stage now I'd like to think that like I'm getting the balance of that, and again still working it out and still trying to tweak things change around, but yeah, I think that's something that I'm trying to work on and trying to get better. I know I'll never get it quite spot on, but like when it's rugby and it's 1,000% in, and when it's family, and it's all it's all in. But above everything, family comes first. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a stigma around, like I see it myself with friends and people in general. Like you see it, it's mums do these things. So for Ellie, the baby groups were also like a socialising sort of thing for her, and it was huge. But then again, it did get me thinking before coming here, like there's some dads out there that don't have that support network, and it's tough for them to get things off the chest, maybe talk about the small things. I think if we take the mental stress off things sometimes by just a chat, a cup of tea or a coffee, and have a good talk, you'll think about what you're giving your family. When you go home, the weight of that, the bearing of that goes, your mind's on what you're doing, and again, we talk about being present. To unload these things that we have in our heads as men, I think it only adds to the family life and makes things better. And I think it'll only improve things for dads, like coming to things like this.